Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Windows Server 2025 Complete Master Course 0 to Expert, and this is video number 32 in this course. And in today's video we are going to see how to create a virtual machine on Hyper-V Windows Server 2025. So this is going to be a complete step-by-step full demo video. So in last video we installed Hyper-V role on our first virtual basically first Hyper-V node. So let me show you. So this was the server on which we install Hyper-V manager. So and the Hyper-V role. So if I go to dashboard, you should be able to see Hyper-V is installed, and this is Hyper-V manager. So I already created one virtual machine and it's running perfectly fine. And now I'm going to show you how to create a virtual machine step by step on this Hyper-V host. So before we go and create a virtual machine, let's understand what is virtual machine first. So basically, if you go with the definition, a virtual machine is a software-based computer that runs an operating system and application just like a physical computer on a virtual platform basically. So you have a physical server. On top of that, we have installed a Hyper-V role, and now you can create a multiple virtual machine on top of that Hyper-V host. So this is the virtual machine architecture basically. So each virtual machine runs in isolation. So it's understand it has own compute, storage, and networking. And Hyper-V basically provides the virtualization layer to Hyper-V virtual machines, and the host hardware runs on Windows Server 2025 basically. So in short, we have a physical machine. On top of that, we have a Windows Server 2025 host operating system, and then we enable the basically Hyper-V role, and we have a virtual machine, multiple virtual machine running on the Hyper-V host, which has basically guest and then the applications. So the process is very much straightforward for creating virtual machine step by step on Hyper-V. So open a Hyper-V manager, new, and then select a new virtual machine, select configure setting, and then connect installation media, install operating system, and finish complete the setup and start using the virtual machine. So we'll go ahead and do the same. So I'm on my Hyper-V host 01, and from new you can create basically a new virtual machine. So now I'll go ahead and click next, and now I'll put some name here. So Win2K25, let's say I'll use VM02. VM01 is already running, and then I click on next. And now here you have option to choose a generation basically. So in short, the latest one is generation 2. This virtual machine generation provides support to newer virtualization feature, has UEFI based firmware, and require support for 64-bit operating system. So basically um, uh, generation 1 virtual machine use the BIOS, and generation 2 use the UEFI boot, and then this is generation 1 has a legacy support device supported and older OS supported, and generation 2 basically support secure boot and then better performance and features. So I'm going to select generation 2, click next, and now you have an option to select a memory. So if I show you go to next, so basically you have a dynamic option to select a dynamic memory. So you can see here, use the dynamic memory for this virtual machine. So when you basically, what is dynamic memory? So automatically adjust the amount of memory a virtual machine can use, and start as low and grow as needed up to the specific limit which you define, and improve this basically improve memory utilization across multiple virtual machine. So this is mainly commonly used when you have a multiple virtual machine running on this one Hyper-V host, and you want to make sure the virtual machine physical machine memory is optimized for all the virtual machines, so you can use it basically. So you can see this is the memory, and memory uses, you can see at the minimum to start, and then maximum assigned memory, and it depend on how much virtual machine memory is required for virtual machine on a specific time. So I'll go ahead and not select this now, so click next, and now I'll go ahead and select my vSwitch prod network, And now this is the we need to select the create hard disk existing or attach hard disk later. So I'll go ahead and create a hard disk, let's say 101 gig. So this is going to be a VHDX format. So if I go here, so what is virtual disk? Basically virtual hard disk. So virtual hard disk basically stores the VM data, and VHDX is the default in Windows Server 2025, which we can see here. VHDX is default, and then basically supports VHDX basically support larger size, better performance and resiliency. So now we understand this. I'll go ahead and click on next, and now on the installation option I'll go ahead and select my ISO. So I have already copied my ISO in D drive under the ISO folder. So I'll go ahead and select my ISO, click on finish. So now you can see the virtual machine is created. Now if I go and right click and go to setting, so you should be able to see the first boot is set to our basically DVD drive or ISO media, which we have just selected. And I'll go and move the second, network as a second, and basically hard disk as a second and network as a third. And then you can see the by default secure boot is enabled, and if you want you can go ahead and enable TPM support also for this virtual machine, and then the encrypt state and virtual machine migration data also you can do. And this is my memory. So if you want you can select the dynamic memory, as I said, minimum to start, let's say 1 gig, and then maximum you can set, let's say something 8 gig. So you can basically select as per your requirement. You can configure the memory, and then you have basically a processor, how many processor you want, and then virtual machine limit percentage also you can do, and relative weights also you can define. So this is my hard disk which we created by default, and this is the ISO file, this is the network which we have selected. And if you have any specific requirement to tag a VLAN, you can come here and tag a VLAN also. So this is in the production environment, VLAN tagging is one of the most important things. So after creating, you need to make sure if you are using multiple VLANs, multiple network segments in your network, you should tag your virtual machine with the correct VLAN ID basically. So everything looks good. I'll go ahead and click apply. Okay, and now I'll go ahead and try to power on this virtual machine and then install the operating system. So I just started the virtual machine. So now it should ask me to press Ctrl Alt Del to boot from CD drive. So let me go and start the Windows setup. So now once the machine is booted, the process is remain very straightforward. You need to use the same method, does not matter you installing Windows Server 2025 on any virtual machine or physical machine. The installation is very much straightforward and it's an identical step. So I'll go ahead and install the operating system on this virtual machine. So click next, I accept. And now this is the drive which is selected, visible here. So I'll go ahead and select and click next. And now install Windows Server 2025 Data Center desktop experience. I'll go ahead and click next. And now the installation is started. Once the installation is done, you should basically go ahead and configure the IP address, static IP address, rename the host, rename the virtual machine, and then join in domain. So I have already done this thing for my VM01. So let me show you quickly. So you can see here this virtual machine is already joined in my basically domain, and if I click here you should be able to see operating system information 2025 data center. And let me go and show you this VM. So let me log in with HP admin. So this is pretty much straightforward step-by-step creation of virtual machine. So these are the best practices for virtual machine deployment. So plan resource, so allocate proper CPU, memory and storage for each virtual machine if you are planning to run multiple virtual machine on a single Hyper-V host. And keep your Hyper-V host and VM updated on regular basis. Use backup, enable regular backups and test the restore also for your virtual machines backup. Use virtual switch, choose the right switch type for your network needs, and then monitor the performance. So continuous monitor your VM performance and optimize it if required. So this is pretty much everything which I wanted to show you in this video. So in next video we are going to set up basically a Hyper-V replication for these virtual machines. So stay tuned. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.